Hello, good night. My name is Kerianel Cortez. This is a tax 5 final exam. Tutor is the Egner Suarez alumni, English language degree. San Vicente del Cahuancaqueta, Open and Distance National University, a research project. And my research project is in San Vicente del Caguán, Institute of Educative Domingo Savio, and research framework. Theoretical framework. Our proposal has a qualitative approach which studies relative from the context in the natural way, in the way and the happiness. In happiness is the process obtained in the interpreted and studied phonema and relation to the meaning and the population under study. Conceptual framework. Research in action is a social research strategy based on the principle that agents act on the institutions and that in their decision that count when directing social action and the non-institutional regulation. For there to be progress in the professional and institutional practices, there must be a conceptual and practical re-elaboration that does involve in the context and action do themselves. This must be done responsibility and from the methodological research process. The graphic which allows to show the evidence of the relations between the internationally of the agent, individual or collaborative, and the result of their actions. This approach allows about the teacher and the student to the practice in the research process through educational actions. The process career of the develop different exercises in which the student uses digital tools and interactive software in different platforms within the guidance and the instruction of the research teachers. And the research hypothesis, the learning is in English of the foreign languages and the fundamental access within the Sunday or Domingo Savio educational institution because the management is the language allowed obtaining greater job and academic opportunity for the student. The growing access to technology has promoted the inclusion of the technological tools in the classroom. Research methodology. Methods of the research used. The teacher has made a personal appropriation to the computer artificials. Their intention is to avail us as a user makes the instruments and means for the representation, generation and the communication, the disciplinary knowledge. Therefore, both the possibility offered in relation and the curricular content and interaction with relevant central areas of the discipline in the understood. From this writing is the teaching practices arise I need incorporate technology means in the classroom because the teacher has Crockers 2003 page 68. He has encountered difficulties of the didactic problem for how solution the explores the use of the material within appropriate strategies in the specific situation and the analysis then critically that is developed actions for the integration into the learning activities has decided to promote better learning by having each student work within significant significant relevance real world problems with the means that provide them with great opportunity for feedback, reflection and review, personal interactions on of the students, change opportunity with the other people's teachers, and the new role is not comfortable not being in the only source is the knowledge. And therefore the teacher acts as a guide in the mediator of the learning, liberating to the creating extents from the vain slowly responsibility for the communication the knowledge. From this the teaching and the learning process receives conscious the shared responsibility has pointed out my Monroe 2006, page 47. By definition is that the we, saying the student has the same responsibility to learn as a teacher does, and explain the classroom situation. The other point is the respondents to the study. Is the category a reflection on the role of the student in the teaching and the learning process, who is focused in the learning, the acquiring knowledge of the language from the technological instance that support the learning, thus the starting point of that from the new instances that the media propose. The role is the modification and the managed. They establish new relationships both with their peers and their teachers. And in the ideation development another institute towards the activity supported by the media is donated in the following fragment. Is the category and subcategories. In the category the role is the student himself, important selection technological research. Subcategories, learning styles, and the technological and supporting for the learning benefits of the internal research. And other point, or point 4.3, research instruments. Within the education institution, the research and study instrument correspondent in the analysis of the discourses on the teacher and learning phenomenon that years from the professors and student consulted through the technical and structural content analysis. Analysis the college data, the breakdown in validation in the dimensions, characteristics and analysis of the structured content was used. For the instrument, dimension, category and subcategory were established that recurs the segment of the discourses in the information with the investigation, which allowed invalid the recording and analysis of the information gained in the interview. It should be noted that each dimension indefines in the units in the meaning that may dictates how they are made known the discourses that emanate from the HK information. And the concept research project is the research project and the practical handbook, research method and the report writing, research process, research method the report writing and the research methodology contemporary practices. Thank you.